Okay, so this is one of the example of a mathematical modeling service learning class. Okay, and then this class kan, this one focusing more on financial literacy. Alright, so since our workshop right now is focused on financial literacy, so kita tengok yang ni first. Alright. So this is the module. Okay, nanti I will show you the report hasil daripada dapatan dia tu. Okay, module ni if you notice, this one is long time ago, 2 years prior. Okay, tajuk program yang dia buat ni ialah Young Rich Mathematician. Okay, cumanya yang ni I would like to emphasize, this is the example, and if you notice, macam kalau you notice kan, banyaknya modul ni kan, and then there are a lot of program put together kan. In this case, satu modul ni dia ada 3 different type of activity. Okay, why that is so? Sebab masa ni kita ada luxury untuk develop the workshop to physically. Alright, meaning that we invite students come sitting in one workshop, and then this workshop spend for half a day. Alright. So by the end of the day kita makan-makan. Okay. So bila ada half the day tu, maknanya kita boleh segmentkan the program tu into 3 different category, and then these 3 different category kita punya marks tu kita buat some sort of like a competition. Marks tu kita accumulated throughout the workshop. Alright, so kita punya group dalam kelas tu kita pecahkan kepada 3 different group put together. So these 3 different group akan buat dia orang punya own activity, and then they put them together into one module, and then kita boleh buat untuk half a day. Alright, tapi unfortunately waktu sekarang ni we don't have that luxury anymore. Kita semua succumb to SOP punya benda Allah ni kan. So tapi kita punya intention is still the same. Intention kita ialah so that kita boleh create orang yang kita akan dapat bagi the knowledge, financial knowledge tu, in a sense of diorang fikir tentang diorang punya healthy financial lifestyle, and then diorang fikir the consequences of not having a healthy financial lifestyle ni semua. Okay, so benda tu yang kita nak. Okay, tak kira lah sama ada physical ke ataupun online ke ataupun apa-apa pun, we find ways to adjust, okay, according to the situation that we are in. Okay, so macam your case, okay, since you are not able to construct ataupun share all your resources together, alright, so your case right now it becomes more personal. Okay, maksud becomes more personal ialah you buat kerja sama-sama, okay, for in a group for example, tapi the implementation tu you need to implement it very very personal. Very personal maksudnya satu orang you dapat buat aktiviti yang create benda-benda yang akan bagi awareness on the financial habits ni, personal finance habit ni, tapi you bagi kepada 2 ataupun 3 orang participant. That's why it's become personal. Okay, kenapa 2 atau 3 orang? Satu, we want to heighten the personal part tu, meaning that kalau you dapat knowledge daripada orang personally dengan you dapat knowledge just because you stay in one large mass hall for example, is different. Alright, it's different. Your the way you absorb information pun is different. Okay, so that's why your program should be very personal based. Okay, itu satu lepas tu one more thing itulah you need to make sure how can we deal with that. Okay, that's why yang dekat video yang saya highlight last time tu ialah you need to know orang yang you nak hantar, orang yang you nak bagi tu ialah siapa. Kalau katakan it becomes personal, your peers tu, peers, yes, that one is satu kategori, katakan around 18 to 22 years old lah, kan, nak senang cakap kan. So orang ni datang dia daripada mana? So benda tu yang paling kritikal untuk you guys create the personal based activity yang fokus kepada diorang punya interest, fokus kepada diorang punya understanding, sebab you tak boleh pergi dekat orang yang katakan 18 tahun baru keluar daripada SPM, lepas tu you cerita tentang investing in property market, kan macam tak make sense, tak jive. Dia pun tak ada duit on a sustain stream of your economic salary lah, for example, ataupun your income. Lepas tu you nak suruh dia invest dekat real market ataupun property, kan nak lagi tiba-tiba you cerita pula pasal share stock market. For example, Mr. DIY baru ni tengah offer dia punya IPO, kan. IPO pun tak tahu, contohnya, kan. And then share market pun, what is that? What's the difference between share dengan stock? That makes sense. Alright, so that is why you need to scrutinize whatever it is that you want to do. Okay, so in this case, macam saya punya contoh ni, yang rich mathematician, dia fokus kepada student in the early education, meaning that in a university punya level, okay. Early punya orang ni macam in semester 3, semester 4 macam tu, kan. Alright, so kita tengok what is going on. Ini yang saya contoh, dia ada 3 aktiviti kat sini. Okay, saya hanya akan touch on the first activity je lah. Alright, so that you get some idea. Okay, so aktiviti dia ini ialah before dia punya proses nak buat tu, ini proses yang dia hantar flyers. Tapi your case, you tak payahlah buat flyer-flyer ni, kan. You just identify orang yang you nak focus in tu je. Alright. Okay, the documentation is very important. Jadi nanti saya akan share later nanti, masa kita bercakap tentang report. In fact, masa kita tengah go through this workshop ni, kan, workshop online yang kita buat ni, it is better if you buatlah screenshot ke apa-apa, just for you to make sure that you are not losing certain document tu, for that, so that by the end of the day you ada banyak material for you to share in your reports. Alright. Okay, so this is the example. Okay, ini the first one. Dia punya konsep dia sebenarnya ialah dia nak highlight yang sebenarnya you boleh model a financial environment using Excel. Okay, sebenarnya dia nak highlight satu konsep, you ada capacity guna Excel, which is Excel, kalau orang tu ada notebook, dia akan ada Excel. Alright, and then you nak embed konsep personal finance tu inside this particular activity. Okay, so dia macam in between tau. Maksudnya earlier tu dia buat exploration sikit tentang, katakanlah paling senang, dia orang ni dia pilih compound saving. Alright, dia buat comparison between few years, tapi dia buat more extensively. Alright, and then ada orang pula katakan introduction, dia akan cerita tentang the harm. Okay, sebab tadi kita bercerita tentang the benefit of save. Alright, and then ada orang pula dia cerita the harm of excessive spending. Excessive spending ni orang nak tak nak tak boleh hilang daripada credit card. Yang ni you boleh gunakan you punya experience daripada kakak-kakak, abang-abang, or maybe even your parents, kan. Okay, tak kisahlah benda tu katakan macam alamak tak boleh cakap pasal my parents. Okay, you don't have to highlight about your parents, for example. But then if let's say you can see there are certain financial habit that they are not they actually not having a healthy financial habit, why not, kan? They are there for you to learn from them. Okay, dia bukannya macam kalau orang tu buat salah, walaupun dia memang a very close family of ours, kita tutup mata and kata oh tak salah ni, biarlah, memang itu kesilapan dia, tapi we learn from their behavior how can we best equip ourselves to not follow the same road that they take. earlier. Okay, so benda tu pun ada another ways of looking at this. Satu, your good habits, contoh compound saving tu kita highlight on that. And then satu lagi about macam the credit kita. Bila credit, orang kata tentang card credit. Kenapa card credit is very very critical issues? Kenapa sedangkan we are dealing with interest kan, sama je. Compound saving interest, credit card credit pun interest, and then orang bezakan personal loan for example or mortgage yang bayar your rumah, and then orang bezakan dengan credit card. Why even though we are talking or we are dealing with debt, tapi kenapa debt yang sebelah sini, contohnya mortgage tu orang tak kisah dan ramai orang really even ask you to look at that one, okay, tapi kenapa orang tak bagi you buat benda-benda credit in a sense of utilize your debt in the credit card? Kenapa, why? Benda-benda tu kalau you identify benda lah tu, and then once you identify, oh actually the percentage of, for example, the interest rate is calculated very differently, and then you use this knowledge and you can share earlier dengan your peers, ataupun dengan those your target participant, and then later you can start develop your activity. So that is one way of doing it. Okay, so your model or your activity should have the introduction to the most important part is your introduction, why you do what you do. Okay, what's the significance of doing it, and how you're doing it. That one you put in a summarized version of introduction, or you can put it in a scenario type, doesn't matter. Okay, for example, like this group, okay, they put it in a more illustration ways kan, adalah gambar-gambar sikit, eloklah kan. So yang ni kan dia cuba highlight since sebab yang ni ialah dia deal dengan orang dekat universiti, okay. So dia start deal dengan bursa marketplace, what is it, and then so that people start to notice, oh actually adalah benda alam ni. Sebab you always have to remember your intention is not giving the full knowledge, sebab knowledge dia akan grow, orang akan dapat the knowledge tu. Your intention is to create awareness of the available platform and awareness of whatever it is that you want to tie with your objective. Okay, so contoh kalau macam yang tadi, your awareness tu you nak tie dengan konsep how severe it is for the interest rate on your credit card, and then your introduction must tie together with this. Okay, so that is the most clear version lah. Alright, so this is your bursa marketplace for example. Dia adalah gambar-gambar sikit, dia tunjuk-tunjuk bla 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 ni. These are all the introduction. Okay, now we proceed to the objectives. So objektif orang ni dia kata dia punya first objective ialah dia nak dia punya participant untuk utilize Excel. Okay, and then dia punya Excel ni digunakan untuk construct loan repayment schedule, and then dia nak guna amortization concept. This one, I think for you guys, you're already familiar dengan all this amortization, alright, all this Excel. Okay, tapi you always have to remember, for you, yes, that one is clear. Tapi for the other one, okay, the rest of the other participant audience that you target tu, diorang tak familiar pun dengan what is loan repayment. Macam mana the calculation of loan repayment in the all the span of the years tu. Okay, so what is amortization terms, yang tu kan, that's why you need to really identify dengan, you really to make sure that your terms must be understandable dekat target audience that you have, yang you select tu. Okay, lepas tu the next dia punya objektif, dia nak expose, yang ni baru dia akan start expose on the saving dengan interest, untuk better equip them. Idea dia macam yang saya bagi tahu tadi. Alright. Lepas tu yang the next one ni, since dia punya fokus ialah kepada dia orang punya junior, So they start to do a little bit of forecasting method. Forecasting method dia simple je. Dia buat yang macam one moving average, two moving average macam tu je. Okay. Tapi orang tak tahu pun what is forecasting. Alright. So basically this is what you should really highlight. Meaning that you put all your knowledge tu in a deliverable form. Macam mana tu tak senang tu sebenarnya. Okay, so yang tu clear. Once you really identify the objective, actually the whole of this activity, the crux of this activity is on your objective. Okay, kalau you tak clear your objective kan, yang lain memang very shaky sebab you tak boleh nak tie and then nanti sekejap you pilih buat benda Allah tu. Okay, so it does not jive with your objective. Tapi kalau your objective dia tak semestinya banyak, kalau your objective is very clear, the rest will follow accordingly. You tak akan macam blindfoldedly do something tau. You macam akan adalah you punya guideline tu, your focus intention. That's why yang saya keep on highlighting, you always need to have an end in mind tu. You punya objektif tu apa? Objektif tu is your end product. By the end of the day, this is what you want to achieve. Okay. So after dia identify the objective, later this one is after going through scrutinizing all the discover part. Macam dalam yang ada 4 behavior, 4 categorization tu kan. So once you do that objective ni selalunya in a sense of kita punya brainstorming. Alright, explore kita, brainstorming activity kita, okay. Once kita dah identify benda yang kita nak buat, then we move forward to the instruction. Yang ni dah betul-betul bahagian develop after your discover period. Okay, so once you discover dengan develop tu, dia jive accordingly kan. So bila kita buat macam ni, okay, kenapa kita pecahkan dia kepada steps? Satu, untuk membantu kita get more in structure. Okay. Yang kedua is for us to make sure that our program is replicable. Maknanya orang boleh replicate your program tu, tak perlu pun dapat daripada you. Dia tak perlu jumpa, oh Divya macam mana nak buat ni? Tak ada. Maknanya dia baca je. Kalau you punya modul ni kan, kalau you punya activity is very foolproof kan, bila baca you akan dapat, oh step 1 kita kena divide participant into 6 group. So in your case, maknanya you buat step 1 for example, select participant from apa dia, contoh you punya aim you nak improve more on B40 punya livelihood kan. So you nak target audience you hanya daripada participant from the B40 groups, ataupun katakan whatever. So depend on your objective balik. And then step 2 is what, step 3 is what. Okay, so if you notice step 3 ni, dia start tengok, oh actually dia nak cuba tengok macam mana kalau orang tu nak buat pembayaran balik on PTPTN, for example. So orang akan tengok, contohnya in this case kan, orang akan tengok macam sebenarnya mana lagi untung you bayar semaksimum boleh untuk PTPTN ke, ataupun you bayar seminimum boleh. Kan, yang ni depending kepada orang tu punya fokus kan. Contohnya kalau katakan you ada another investment yang you want to buat lah, for example katakanlah you nak beli rumah contohnya. So sama ada you nak habiskan duit you untuk bayar terus PTPTN, ataupun you nak ambil sikit bayar minimum PTPTN and put your money into the housing punya loan. Kan, so benda tu kita akan patah balik, tengok balik kepada your interest lah kan. Mana interest yang sebenarnya tak kacau you sangat. Alright, so benda-benda Allah tu is part of the things that you need to consider making. That is the concept of healthy finance tau. Sebab kalau tak, all the commitment ni kan, you talk about not 2 or 3 months punya commitment, you talk about years. punya komitmen. Kalau you have a housing loan punya komitmen, lagilah kan berapa years kan, 30-35 tahun contohnya. Kalau kereta you punya komitmen ialah berapa tahun, bertahun 6, 7, 8, even sekarang ada orang buat 9 tahun untuk bayar kereta. Okay, so benda-benda ala tu, that's why bila kita involvekan dengan span of tahun tu yang banyak, so the accumulation of interest tu memang you need to put effort to understand what you are dealing with. Okay, so dia ceritalah sikit tentang amortization, and then dia cerita tentang forecasting a little bit. Alright, so step 4. And then by the end of the day, to make sure that the engagement is there, dia recap, dia buat the final and with quiz. Okay, and then kan dia tunjukkan the duration. Okay, 2 hours ni nanti dia pecahkanlah kepada yang step berapa tu berapa minit, step kedua tu berapa minit dan sebagainya. Okay. And then dia detail out facilitator involved, reflection yang diorang dapat tu, reflection ni in a sense of apa yang diorang expect orang tu akan dapat from this. Okay, so if you notice sekejap saya tunjukkan dia punya appendix. Okay, these are the example of appendix. Okay, first yang ni dia buat very ni lah dia start daripada macam mana dia pecahkan students in a different group sekali. So basically yang dia buat ni dia gunakan random number and so on. So every detail you need to think through, okay, supaya dia punya the end of the product tu akan jadi just nicely conducted. Okay, so yang ni ditunjukkan siap-siap, and then ini ialah contoh handouts yang diberikan, alright, kepada participants. Okay, so that's why you need to be very ready lah. Okay, very ready, sebab kita tak nak kita jumpa orang, kita buang masa macam tu jenuh. At least kita nak kita buat benda walaupun kita gunakan masa tu sikit. Contohnya kita jumpa orang tu in a 30 to 40 minutes kan, for example. Tapi the message tu akan get delivered, and the message tu memang sampai tu dengan sampai yang very effectively. Yang tu yang kita nak. Maknanya quality in deliverables. Alright. So yang ni handout yang diberi dekat mereka. Kan. So ini a very kita kata very extensive punya kerja. Okay, sebab kita deal dengan orang. Okay, you need to be very very clear on that. Okay, so ini dia bagi beberapa contoh investment banking and so on ni, part of the example areas career yang orang boleh go through. Okay, again kalau you notice yang ni macam nampak ni macam university punya level yes, because dia orang punya participant ialah daripada university level. Alright. So these are all the sessions. Kalau you guys tengok dia punya report dia, dia punya appendix dia pun dah panjang kan. Ini ialah untuk amortization dia. See, dia buat macam ni. Example dia bagi the whole of dia punya early framework. And then by the time dia bagi orang instruction to do the Excel punya project, they know already by the end of the day what they expect kan. So this is how they do it. And then this is one of the examples seterusnya. Okay, okay, sorry. Lepas tu yang ni ialah session yang tadi dia dah pecahkan. Yang tadi first PTPTN tu, and then this one about forecasting method yang saya kata simple forecasting tu. Okay, and then dia start tunjuk macam mana kita nak dapatkan value daripada bursa marketplace tu. Okay, see, dia gunakan just moving average method yang simple-simple tu. Okay, so these are the example. Okay, and then dia buatlah sikit benda-benda lah tu, dan dia end dengan quiz session like this one. Simple one. Okay, macam tu lah. So overall itu ialah kita punya modul. Itu ialah kita punya modul. Okay, sebelum saya start dengan report pula, by the end of the day, after you do all your kerja ni module, and then nanti you pause, lepas tu you start buat XD tadi kan, framework kan, ada explore settle, discover settle, develop settle, and then the deliverable kan, your delivery punya part, delivery punya part last, lepas delivery punya part nanti kita come back and kita buat a proper report of your service learning activity ni. Okay, sebelum kita transfer ke report on service learning activity, saya open dulu kepada question dululah in case you want to clarify certain things.